Hello everyone, my name is Sick and welcome back to Anno 1800. So today we are welcoming a new DLC. I bought Season Pass 3 and the first part of that Season Pass has already been released, and that is Docklands. So, Sick lays foundations for revolution in seafaring infrastructures. Glimpsed plans for new docklands hint at intricate and unparalleled new compounds, weaving a sprawling harbor complex capable of taking trade to a new level. So as you can see, this is a big harbor area. It is a customizable harbor that we will be able to build on pretty much every island. Now, you don't get access to that immediately, but we have a sufficient amount of people that now it is actually being offered up to us. So we are going to click accept on that. And then he wants us to build the Docklands main wharf. So you get that after you reach artisans, and you need to have at least 200 or something like that, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but we have more than enough artisans for that, of course. So we are able to build it. And we also have enough construction materials, we have enough money, because it is quite expensive. 25,000 gold, 60 tons of bricks, 30 tons of windows, 50 tons of steel, and only 20 tons of timber. Now that is only the main wharf, and then you have to add all the other things into it that you want to construct. So it's kind of interesting. It does replace other things, so we could technically destroy the medium trading post, though this of course has the different carts. I don't know if that can also be can be done in the main wharf. So that is something interesting that we need to keep in mind. Now, alternatively, we could even do it over here in the center of the map. Or we have a beach over here that we could do. And we do have some islands over here that we settled that we are not doing anything with quite yet, but we wanted to have them. But this is our main harbor, this is where everything goes, so I think this will be okay. Now also we have something returning from an expedition. Let us just click on that really quick. After weeks of trials and tribulations, your expedition comes home safe. We get a cannoneer, affects defense turrets, hit points plus 600, damage per shot plus 15%. That is nice. And it will be in our harbor master's office. We have 38 tons of fur coats, interesting, and a big box of dynamite, usable in trade unions. Productivity of mountain mines when activated, plus 200%, explosion chance plus 100% for the duration of 2 hours, and after that it is destroyed. Interesting, but I think we will go ahead and sell it, and also we will get rid of these animals. We have a bunch of people that we need to do something with. Anyway, let us get started and build the main wharf. We can build it in any direction we want. Now I think actually what we want to do here is we want to relocate the fishery to a different side of the islands. That is only going to cost us a little bit of money. Now we are not going to do that here. Actually, this could be a nice place for it as well. Just saying. It has depots and all that stuff, but that will connect up to our city. That will look kind of cool. Actually, I think we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and build that on this side. So yeah, we can deal with this later. But I think this would actually look very cool attached to the rest of our city, even though these are all farmhouses and all of that. There's nothing over here but production though. Anyway, main wharf, here we go. Free harbor area needed. The cannon is in the way a little bit. There we go. Alright, so now we need to add modules. So when we click on that, actually we have the modules that we can use to add features to the dockland. Some modules have functions you know already, like depots and repair cranes. Here they are more space efficient, however. Right, so modules, actually we have an overview of them here. We have the depots, just like everything else. These come with some attractiveness bonuses, however. storage plus 100 tons. We can have 5 of those. We can make piers, which have extra slots for ships to trade at. That's nice. Repair crane, again with attractiveness bonus. We have a harbor master, so that is definitely something I want to have, because we can add slots or items into its slots. Loading wharfs reduces loading times for local ships. That is kind of cool as well. And we have an exports office. Increases the number of export-import contracts you can use to export goods. And that one is actually quite important. So anyway, modules. I think we're doing okay on storage, but we could use another one. Now this is just kind of cool. We can slot these into anywhere we want, essentially. We have one here. We can build another one right next to it, and then we can go into different directions with it as well. We are under attack, so we need to check that out. I guess there's a pirate who thinks it's okay to come and try to get near me. Now we don't have a ship of the line anymore in this area. Of course we do have repair cranes, we have cannons, so there's not going to be that much going on, but we're just going to click that away. I'm going to send one of these guys over. Let's see which one. Ocean Spume. We'll keep this one for active damage. And this one we'll send to the New World. Not sure which island we want that to go to. Right. So there is a limit to how many things we can actually build right now. So I think at this point I would like to have an exports office. Now I guess we can build this one here, and then later on we can put something, actually yeah, we can put something in here, and that's just going to make that curve, which is really cool. So a loading wharf could be nice. Build that like that. And maybe a depot. Well, we have 2 depots already, so maybe something else. A harbor master, that's it. Put a harbor master in there. Not sure how many more slots we can build right now, but look at that. That looks super cool, doesn't it? Now one thing that we can do here is actually we have an export-import thing, and it's based on these contracts. Now because we built one of these extra modules, which is the administration wharf, export office, actually the export office, we get 2 slots in here. Normally you start 1, but now we have 2. Interesting thing is we can now choose to specialize in any one of these items, and we can trade it for another item instead of selling it for money. And that opens up a lot of strategies, especially late game. This could be very useful, but we could decide to focus on the production of fur coats, for example. And fur coats are endgame materials. They're quite expensive to make, take a lot of time and effort. So if you want to trade that, and let's say we want to do that, actually we can drag that in here, or we can just click on it. We have an empty slot, so this is what we could choose to get back for it. So let's say we want potatoes. Potatoes are a very basic material. If we traded 50 tons of fur coats, we would get 940 tons of potatoes back for it. That's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now sausages, I don't know what we are running low on, so we might actually want to check that first. Also, of course, we are under attack again, same area as before. Is there anything that we are running low on? So if we have a look, fish is good, schnapps is good, sausages are decreasing. So let's say we want to trade for sausages. Oh. We want to trade away, let's say, and this is something like we need to produce a lot of, right? Or not a lot, but something that is very expensive to make, so every time we can just export a lot of stuff. But let's say, or just beef or something else. Let's say quartz sand or anything else that isn't super useful to us in high numbers, right? Let's say 50 tons of quartz sand, and we are going to trade it for sausages. So every time the ship comes by, which comes every 20 minutes, he's going to take 50 tons of quartz sand from our island, and he's going to trade us 26 tons of sausages for it in return. Now, the more of a certain item we export, the more we will become experienced in it or specialized in it, and then we will unlock these specialty slots. And basically that increases the exchange ratio. So these will become more valuable or whatever. So let's say we want to trade fur coats. We're not going to trade 50 tons of fur coats every time, because that is a lot every 20 minutes. Well, or maybe it isn't, I'm not sure. Let's say sausages again. Look at that, 50 tons. That's also way more sausages than we can handle. But let's say we will trade 20 tons, or just even 10 tons of it. Every 20 minutes then we will get 77 tons of sausages. Along with this, that is a lot. But let's just see how that works out for now. And let's also have a look. Oh, crap. Do we not have a fire station here? It's just at the edge of the fire station coverage, of course. Of course it is. Where's the other fire station? We need to mobilize. One of them is on the way, but we need some more. And that will be dealt with. So we have the potato farm and the Schnapps distillery on fire. They're going to take care of that though. Now anyway, let us have a look. We could do again. Oh wow. That is a lot. We're going to be hearing about that in the newspapers for sure. No, wrong button. I wanted to find, yeah. So depots, we could add depots to this as well, but we already have to. We could do other stuff with it. Harbor master, we already have a loading wharf. So of course this is going to take money over time, and we are now at a negative balance. So maybe we want to leave this for now, and I think that, oh, come on. Because they're all in a row, I guess. And now the artisanal kitchen is on fire, another farm is on fire, the framework knitters is on fire, and everything is going to hell in a handbasket. That is not great. Also, meanwhile, we have little quests. So we click on them. My precious Annabelle is about to commence her lifelong voyage of learning. She will shine a light so bright on the world, it must have a picture of her with her fellow pupils. Alright, so that is a picture of the school. Sure. Quick and easy little quest. Take that picture. Submit a photo. New school year begins. Alright, so it seems the fire is dealt with, so now we can repair all the broken buildings. There we go. Madame Kahina's what was that? That looked expensive. Madame Kahina's Executive Tourism Drive. Maintenance cost plus 100 for the public moorings. Attractiveness plus 50. Increased visits plus 20%. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Now, we don't have a place for them to visit us yet. That's actually something we might want to work on as well. A public mooring, which I think would look cool if we placed it over here. We can place it in the corner like that. Drag out a little road. Actually, let's drag out this road like that. Now, another change in this latest patch is that we can now drag roads out into the water, which is kind of cool because now you can use that to connect up the different buildings of the docklands. So that's kind of fun. We're going to leave this at sausages, I think, or we could trade it for other things. Now, there's a ton of other stuff that we could import. But all of these need to be unlocked by exporting a certain amount of goods. So that is something that is going to be happening over time. Now, this is fine. What is the problem? It seems to be that rum is a problem. Let's have a look at the goods. Beer is going down, bread is stable, rum is now at 43. But let's have a look at the trade routes. We have 2 routes with rum being traded. And here it is trading between these 2 islands. But we only have the one ship that is bringing back the rum. So it seems to me that we will need a second ship. So let us make another clipper. We're going to send that on the way to the New World as well, so we can bring home some more rum. Now, what do we have for items? We have a lot of stuff that we can put in a museum. We have a harbor master's office. We've got some animals, trade union stuff. Crop farms, productivity plus 50%, number of modules plus 25%. Now that is going to be extremely powerful if we combine it properly with the grain farms. And I think that's exactly what we are going to do. I think we are going to destroy this little bit of road. We are going to have to destroy some grain in a 4x4 square. Now if we make a trade union, there's a trade union over there, and these guys cannot overlap, which is kind of annoying. Because that does stop us. What is this doing for us? We have the bakery, maintenance cost minus 50. Productivity of mines plus 20%, that's kind of cool. Hop seeds provides hops fertility. Chemical fertilizer is what we want. So we actually could do with moving this around a little bit. So if we pick up this building, because it only affects the bakeries, right? So we could place it over here. We'll drag out the little road. Still has the item. We could build another bakery in that spot should we wish. That gives us a little bit more space to put down this thing over here. So I guess just that one freaking tile. All right, whatever, dude. Whatever. We'll hook this up by road, just like that. And now actually we get an influence bonus for administrator. That's kind of cool. Now let us put in the chemical fertilizer. Suddenly all of these guys are going to start producing at 150%, and we can add more grain fields. So actually what we want to do here is we want to add this grain back. And what is this? We have a hunting cabin over here. You could do with a lot more fields. We could move you to somewhere else. Where to though? Let's say we put you up there. There, connect you up like that. Now we need to see if we can get more fields. We're going to drag that out. Now we have a bit of road over here that is useless to us. We can destroy it. You can have more fields as well. So we're going to drag you out in that direction. That is everything you need. You can have a lot more as well. We can just drag you out like that. And this guy will have more fields. Now later on, of course, we can have tractors. That is going to be super useful because we can boost the productivity even higher on these farms. So these are at 180, 180, 180, and this one as well. And they're going to be working at 150%. So pretty soon we should have an enormous amount of grain coming in. So actually that could be one of the things we export in the main wharf. So if we click on that, instead of, let's say, trading quartz, we will be trading grain. And that's pretty good. 50 tons of grain for 59 tons of sausages. I'm okay with that. Ah man, look at that. It looks really cool. It really does. Now we could make a wharf. We are doing okay-ish on money. Or a quay, I mean. If we build a quay, just build it out a little bit like that. That one as well. Looks super cool. Right, and close to the workers and the farmers, I guess. Anyway, how are we doing on this thing, the clipper? Yeah, that's not happening. Alright, so pretty soon this ship is going to be finished, so let us set up the trade route for now. We're going to make a new one, which is going to start in the New World to the Old World, and it's going to transport rum, and it's going to be rum 2. So when we go to the New World, actually we want to load it up in which island actually? That is the question. How are we doing here? 124 tons of rum in this island, 125 tons of rum on that island. We have a lot of everything. We could expand our population greatly over here, which I think we will do pretty soon. So we have the Cloudburst and the Ocean Spume. Actually, we do have 2 of these ships here. They're going to protect that one. They're going to protect the little one. That's going to be a ton of stuff. Right. So it doesn't really matter which trade route we are using. This one is existing. We want to have this trade route, so we needed to make a new one. Let's say we will trade in Albatross. We will then go to the Old World. We will trade in the city of Nimster. Here we will be picking up 50 tons of rum, unloading it here. We will add the ship Amphitrite. And this again, we need to redo the names a little bit. Rum 2. Accept that. He's going to be on his way. And pretty soon, every once in a while, we should be getting 100 tons of rum delivered to us in the Old World. Now later on, of course, we should be able to trade for it with the Docklands as well. And in 2 minutes, this guy is going to pull up, which is great. Now, as far as quest books go, we have this one for the Docklands, and we have the quest to go to Sir Archibald Blake's lighthouse. So actually, we could probably go ahead and do that now. You're going to follow us. This is going to start the quest to go to the other islands, with the big islands, which we will want to go to, for sure. So as soon as rum stabilizes, I think it is about time we start upgrading the artisans. But for now, we can upgrade this. That is good. Actually, we could actually also build some more depots over here. Increase the amount of stuff that we can hold here exponentially. And I think we want to have this look like that, and the other ones can be like this and look super cool. Because we have way more stuff than we need for all of these people. Now, I don't know if there's a reason we haven't built more. We are pretty close to having to need more bowler hats, but we can actually go a little bit crazy on the regular Journalero houses. Because why not? They just provide us money, and we make more than enough food and all of the other materials that they want to have. So that is money right there. I'm going to drag out some more residences wherever we can. We can fit another 2 in there. It's going to be a little bit of an odd shape, but space is a commodity. We need to make the best of it. We can drag out some houses over here. Definitely going to do that. Hopefully all of these people are going to be well supplied, but they look like they are. Now, as for bowler hats, or bombins actually, we could make those as well. We can make the alpaca farms on this island. We can make the cotton on this island. And that's going to be a fair bit of money as well. It is a need actually. So yeah, just by upgrading just a couple of these houses, we will get to that requirement. So now they want bowler hats, and they will also want to have beer. Apparently we have beer in storage. I don't know why, maybe because we had a bit left over from an expedition. But you can see it filling up for just a second, and with that, of course, the balance should also increase by quite a lot. But anyway, let's have a look. This produces every 30 seconds. This produces every 30 seconds. This produces every 30 seconds. This every minute. So we need 2 cotton plantations, 1 alpaca farm, 1 felt producer. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. Now, if you hear noise on the background, unfortunately, those are my neighbors, which is fairly annoying because they're doing some renovation. Let's see, we have loading speed and ships equipped in trade union, the slurry tank, pig farm, rendering works, soap factory, and slaughterhouse. Actually, this one could go to the new world, or the old world, I mean. Crop farms, chemical fertilizer here as well, super useful, but for now we're just going to go with cotton plantations. They're super cheap. Just need to pick a space. Actually, we need to access this area. That would be nice. And we could use a little bridge going over in that direction. And actually, we could do that right about there. Because why not? Now, a small warehouse is in order. Now, we don't have the timber. Why don't we have timber? We are producing timber, I'm sure. Yes. But just with the one timber farm, I guess. Oh, this one needs to be upgraded pronto as well. Oh, that's nice. The Toto is super fast. Minus 20% cargo slowdown, super good. We have a lot of timber over here. Actually, we're going to just take some from right here. 100 tons. And this is going to deliver it. We don't need both of those ships to do the escort. It's absolutely fine. You just need the materials. Now, as for the farms, let's have a look. 2 of those. Actually, we do need some timber for that as well, but that's absolutely fine. We're going to drag out the road all around. Now we do need to keep in mind that we have a gold deposit over here that we want to keep access to. We have a medium warehouse over there, which, yeah, it technically works. We could also make another one of these bridges. Could be kind of cool, because then these guys can also more easily access this warehouse. Unfortunately, we don't have the other thing yet. Anyway, we can drag out some fields. That's already quite a lot of all the stuff we need. Seems we can fit this in pretty well. How are we doing on our timber? He is super slow. Alright, so let us quickly go somewhere else for now. We have another quest. Same with Old Harold. We arranged our protest on the 19th, but out he goes on the 9th, all on his own. His bad hearing is going to cost us our reputation. Please shut him up. Alright, just need to find a guy. But where? Walking through the streets carrying a placard. Oh, that's going to be annoying unless we get lucky super fast. But it's going to be a little guy that we can click on, walking around with a placard. Now, initially, when you first start building your city, that is not much of a problem, but got lucky there. Town Hall, chance of fire, minus 20%. That is quite nice. Do we actually have a Town Hall yet? And we do not. Alright, so we definitely need it. And I think, actually, if we destroy this couple of houses, we have more than enough artisans, actually. It's going to cut into our balance pretty hard, but the town halls are super, super strong. So chance of fire, minus 20, that's pretty good. Extinguish speed and range, plus 10%, also kind of cool. Affects residences, workforce, plus 15%. Bonus supply are provided with the variety theater. Let's just put her in there. We'll also put him in there, because why not? I got some free money, that is nice. Dear friend, what you read in the news is true. Her Majesty is gone. My one consolation is that her absence seems by choice, for she left me this party note. Don't fret, Archie dear, I'm off south to restore our imperial glory. We'll return when that's done. Please, can I trust you to ensure her safe return? I must remain here to allay the chaos in her absence. Yeah. So we have a new expedition. We'll send these two guys back over to our main island. But I think we're going to go ahead and do this one, the Sunken Treasures expedition. We will assign a ship. We can do the Pocahontas. And with that we have navigation, because we have an ensign, though his navigation is pretty poor, so it's not great. We need diplomacy and hunting, so we can get some of that stuff from some of these items. Navigation, ooh, former Corsair. Nice, put him in there. That's definitely going to help us. Hunting. Actually, we can type in hunting here. And then we can go through all items. In the city of Nimster, we don't have anything that will help us with hunting, apparently. What about diplomacy? Diplomacy. Huh. Okay, so maybe that doesn't work quite the way I thought, because there's definitely items here that help with diplomacy. Alright, so we could do this one, the treasure stuff. And there's also goods that will help with diplomacy, I think. Yeah, beer. And beer also counts as rations. So actually maybe not take quite so much. Take 20 tons of beer. And hunting, well, we don't have anything. We might as well take something else. We'll take soap for medicine. Start the expedition. And this is the Pocahontas. Alright, so that's good. Back to the New Worlds, where we have the materials we need. There we go. Why can we not upgrade you? Obreros, we need 1500 obreros. Right, so this is where a second bridge comes in really handy. We'll put this into the blueprint mode. We have finished this. We need another cotton farm, so I guess we'll put this one right next to the other one. We'll drag out this little square, see if we can fill this up nicely. That's a lot. I would like to keep a little bit of space, actually. So if we drag it up to here, we need quite a bit more still. Right, so we leave this space for roads, need that space for roads. So we could drag out a little bit more over here. Actually, that one little part needs to go. And then we'll just drag out the rest like this. There we go. So that is working. Then as for the bombins, now we need a cotton mill, which we will tuck into the corner right there. We need an alpaca farm, which actually will be able to go in right about there, I think. Oh, not quite. That is unfortunate. Move you over here. Actually, a little bit off to that side. And this will fit here. That will fit right there. Now we have a felt producer, which doesn't fit in there, but we'll tuck him into that corner. Now, newspaper. Actually, all of it is positive, so definitely going to accept that one. Now this was 30 seconds and 30 seconds, so this is a one-on-one. That works out very well for us. Now we have the Bombin Weaver, which is a large building, but it fits right into that corner. So that is where we are going to put that. I'm not sure how much actually this will give us. 2 coins, but on this population that is still going to be nice. Yeah, cloudbursts. you're going to escort that little ship again. Every time the pirate wants to come near, he is going to get screwed quite hard. Right, as for the old world, let's see, how's things going? We exported 50 tons of goods, so this is going to take some time. Definitely not something we need to keep a constant eye on. But that does mean we got some free sausages out of the deal. So now we have 138 tons. It's greatly increasing because of that, so it's quite interesting. As for beer, how are we doing on all of the products? We have a lot of hops. Malt, I think, is an intermediate product. This is also increasing. We could do with some more beer. So basically all we need is a brewery. Now we have all the breweries close by. And we have these guys in a little circle. We could put this somewhere right about there, I guess. Why not? So now we are in the red and we don't have tons of money. We might actually want to go ahead and sell some stuff. We might have enough weapons to sell. So we're going to use a little bastion for that. Oh, this is quite nice. The multi-shot mortar. Actually, this would be better off being on a bigger ship, but oh well. Actually, let's take it out. As for construction materials, yeah, let's take 50 tons of that. We will take the windows. I would like to keep a little bit. We'll take 50 tons of timber. It's not quite not very expensive, but easily replaced. And that's more of the problem right now, I guess. I don't know the values for all of these things, so we're just going to have to sell something. But like the steel beams will be expensive. But yeah, let's just go with another 50 tons of that stuff. And who's the closest? We could sell it to Wormwaste Prison. Why not? Alright, so how are we doing on rum? 0 rum, that's why we are in the negative. So rum actually, oh, look at how slow he is. Do we still have items for the ship? Equipped and steamships. Are you technically a steamship? I don't think you are. Oh well, need to keep an eye on that one then. Anyway, the prison is pretty close by. We still have a ton of artisans, but we need that rum. So we should be able to check actually through the routes where they are. So click on this. We can click on that on the ship. Apparently not. So we've got these little ships. All the ships are in transit, like all the ships in this region are right here. Still not doing anything with this island, so that's okay. Alright, 50 tons of rum are coming in, but this ship is super slow because, well, it's going into the wind for one, but of course also it's loaded up with a ton of materials. So actually we might want to change this around as well. We are going to stop loading the fur coats. We just need to manually unload. And then on rum 2, this one is going to load the fur coats and unload them. And now we can change the name to rum and fur coats. And that's going to take some strain off of these ships. Now we need to manually unload this when it comes to the harbor. So that is something we need to keep a quick eye on. And then pretty soon, or pretty quickly, we will see the balance increase again. So pretty soon here we will have 100 tons of rum in stock. And you can tell that this ship is much faster even without the upgrade. Let's see, is there any item that you can take? The multi-shot mortar, heat exchanger, you know, the steamship, a letter of marque, and a ship toolbox. Self-repair. That's pretty good. All right, the loading speeds. He wants a loading speed upgrade. We could actually go for that, maybe. Loading wharf. I just need to get rid of. All right, our ship is leaving. This, of course, needs to be connected, so we'll just drag it out like that for now, I suppose. And then for you, no, that's the export office. Loading wharf, no, right? Oh yeah, it is actually the loading wharf. Now we don't have the money to build it. All right, never mind. All right, manually unload that. There we go. All taken care of. The other ship is already back on its way over here, so it does really make a difference. Anyway, look at that. Balance is shooting back up, though we do, of course, need to sell all of this other material. 23,000 bucks. Movement speed plus 15%, damage slowdown 15%. It is expensive though, we can't even afford any of these, but I'm just having a look around. The nurse, chance of illness minus 20%, so that's also kind of nice. Alright, you're going back. A lot of ships waiting. So a second pier might actually be a good idea here. But anyway, with all of this rum coming in, now soap is becoming a problem. Beer is still becoming a problem as well, though you are working at 100%. Definitely might want to do something about that. Soap as well. We only have the one soap producer. So yeah, we might want to do something about that. But then of course we also need more farmers, which means we need to expand our little community that we have over here. Not a problem. Let's go ahead and do that. Leave a little bit of space for a road in the middle. There we go. Now, can we fit? Yeah, we can fit two in there as well. Going to go ahead and do that. Drag out this little road. There we go. It's going to give us some more workers. Sausages are being traded for every 20 minutes, so we basically need pig farms. Now the pig farm production, actually we should be getting a ton of grain, but it doesn't seem like this is increasing that much. It's interesting. Anyway, these pig farms, we could actually increase their productivity a bit as well, if we could rearrange them a little bit. But they're stuck in between all this other stuff, so I don't think we are going to do that. Escort quest. Okay. We'll do it. Warehouse. Let's say we put a small warehouse. Actually, we still have space over here. We're going to do it right there. So we will place this thing right here. We will connect up a road. We will build a silo. Right there. And now we are going to build pigsties. We're going to build it like that because then later on we might be able to put in another thing. Anyway, this silo is going to get grain. And the grain will then produce a bonus on this building, so it's actually going to start working at 200%. So that means we only need one pig farm to supply the rendering works. We can make 2 rendering works, no problem now, with just the one pig farm. And let's see where we want to build it. We can build one over here. We'll build another one over there. Drag out a little bit of road for it. And of course we need a soap factory, which will fit in the middle. Now we don't have enough workers, and this is why we need to upgrade some houses. There we go. Problem solved. Enough soap should be coming in again pretty soon. And this will be upgraded. And so we just need to keep an eye on things. We also need to increase the production of beer. Clearly it is not enough. We can build another one over here. And maybe another warehouse on this side as well. Right there. Drag that road out all around it. So not everything has to go to this one place, because that is going to be a lot of stuff. Now we do have, actually no, we don't have any Imperial command, or we don't have any battleships. So actually you are going to go to the old world, to the town of Nimster. And I think we can survive with these pirates over here. We are also going to send you over. There we go. Ooh, big fire. And of course this is just the one area that isn't reached by a freaking fire station. Whereas the existing one, because I want to mobilize some more. Where do you come from? There. We also have a quest. Alpacas are loose. Okay. The alpacas are loose. Near their farm. Right, so we have an alpaca farm here, of course. But we have multiple. We have alpaca pastures over here as well. Anyway, we've been playing for some time already. I might just want to search for this stuff on my own time a little bit. It's not the most interesting thing for you to watch. The fire is out of control, unfortunately, but now another person is going over. I mobilized the other one. So now 3 firefighters are on their way. Hopefully that will be enough. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. It does really mean a lot. I hope you guys liked it and will continue to come back for more. And I will see you guys for whatever video I do next.